Hola, amigos. Okay, we're gonna make Mexican delight. So here's the recipe. Okay, so I will get out what we need. We are going to need the fry pan. Just down here. I don't need the lid. We're gonna need we'll need that. Open up the can. We'll need this for the hamburger, and I like to use the wooden spoon for stirring. Okay. For ingredients, we're going to need our hamburger. I thawed it, so I took it out of the freezer from downstairs, and I thawed it today. It's ready to go, ready to cook. We're going to need tomato paste, which is a 6 ounce, and tomato sauce, which is the 8 ounce. And we're going to need later on, we're going to need the Doritos. I've got a couple different kinds this time. I've got the hot and spicy ones and then the regular ones. Alright. Those over here. Those I'll just put over here. Okay, rice. That's what we need. We need the minute rice, which is here. Okay, and we'll need water, garlic, chili powder, cumin, and salt. Okay, so let's brown the hamburger. All the spices are up here. So I have, we'll use the minced garlic, cumin. I was going to grab these later. Yeah, anyway, I got to dig through here and find them, but they're in here. I'll dig for those later. Okay, so let's brown the hamburger. Cut the bag. We'll rinse that off. Wash the scissors. Ooh, they're spraying all over the place. Okay. Dump the hamburger in the fry pan. Rinse out this bag. I'm making a mess. Okay, and then this can get thrown away. Okay. Then we'll turn on the stove. Start it at high until it warms up, and then we'll turn it down to 8. Okay. Start breaking up the hamburger. I'll go ahead and open up our cans. We've got our tomato sauce. Oops, I missed. Let's try that again. What am I doing wrong here? There. Just a little bit more patient. I guess I need to be. Okay, so that is open. Put the paste can. There. Is open. The rolls are ready to go. I'm going to use this little guy too when I'm ready for that. We'll go ahead and measure out the rice too while we're waiting for the hamburger to brown. So, a half a cup. I'll just put out here, get out this cup. I'm using the liquid measure because I like the pour spout on it. So, half a cup should be right there. So that's ready to go. And now I'll turn this down to 8 because it's frying pretty get ready while we're waiting for the meat is to get out the lettuce out of the fridge, or at the end when we put the lettuce on there. So we have our lettuce, and some people like to add some extra cheese to it. So let's get out our cheese. And I'm going to use tortillas because the Doritos are too hard for me, plus they hurt my throat. And what else? If somebody wants sour cream, we have a little bit of sour cream. Okay, so I have all of that ready to go. Move it over here. Add this a little bit more. You want to cook this until all the liquid boils off. Extra lean hamburger boils down where you don't even have to drain it, which is really nice. And this is almost ready. I might as well find the cumin I couldn't find. I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. All right. And the chili powder. Ta-da. Okay, so those are the spices we'll use. Okay, so now we can add the ingredients to the hamburger. Just pour in the tomato sauce. Okay, and the tomato paste. Alright, I'm almost done. Kind of a pain. Getting this out of there. There! But it cleans out really well, see? Impressive. Alright, rinse these off. Gosh, I'm splashing all over today. Okay, it calls for 2 cans of water, and it's the tomato paste cans. So just fill that up once and twice. Before I throw in the rice, I think I'm going to throw in the spices first. So let me get this all kind of mixed in. Not that it really matters very much, but spices will stir in a little bit better without the rice, I think. I'm going to get that paste mixed in there with the tomato sauce. Okay, I don't really measure out all of the ingredients, except, you know what? I am for these two, because those have a pretty strong flavor, and I want to make sure I get it right. For pepper, yeah, let's throw some in, and for garlic, we can just throw some in. Because you can never have too much pepper and garlic. The other ones, however, you can have too much. So, down here, we have our spoons. This is starting to bubble too much, so I'm going to move it down to 4 because it's going to get all over us. The teaspoon. Of chili powder. Okay. And I believe it's a half a teaspoon of cumin, but let me look. Yes, half a teaspoon of the cumin. So that would be this one. All right. And then it calls for some salt. 1 teaspoon of salt, but I am not going to measure it out. I'm just going to put it. There. All right. I'll stir this in. And I'll add the final ingredient, which is the rice. There we go. Alright, I gotta read the directions. Maybe I do have to put the lid on this time. Let's see, what does it say? It says brown hamburgers simmer together ½ hour. That's it. Simmer means to put it down on between 2 and low. I'm gonna go ahead and have it on low. As long as it keeps boiling a little bit, those little teeny boiling that you see, that is called simmer. If it doesn't have those little bubbles in it, it doesn't keep popping, then I need to turn it up just a little bit. But it looks good. All right, so ½ hour. All right, and we can do some cleanup while we're waiting for that. These are already rinsed. This I just need to rinse because it has rice in it. This I'm going to have to wash though because I don't want to have measure out sugar the next time and have it taste like chili powder. Okay. This is my favorite not one to wash. Hamburger one, you gotta make sure you get the hamburger out from the middle of all of these. You don't end up with it growing bacteria for the next time that you use it. So definitely use your fingers to make sure you have it out. Okay, put all my spices back. Okay, let's go ahead and prepare the lettuce. Pull out. I'm going to just use a knife. Let's see, what kind of knife would be good for this? The green one, because it's green and the lettuce is green. Would that be fine? Let's just cut off a section. I'm going to cut, that has some brown on it, so I'm going to cut that off. But go ahead and use a section of this. Let's go ahead and cut it into, doesn't much matter, just as long as we can put it on our Mexican Delight. Okay, it's ready. It looks like 30 minutes is a little bit of overkill because I don't want to cook it much longer than this. It's getting dried out. So I didn't quite cook it 30 minutes. A little bit less than 25 minutes would be just fine. I turned the timer off. And now I'm going to pass it over to Nolan because he's going to show what you do with Mexican Delight. All right.
You grab the Doritos first, or what I do is I grab the Doritos, and I like to use a bowl. So you just smash them all up in there, so that they're nice and small. Oops. And then you grab some more until about half, or the bottom half of the bowl is full. And then you come over to the meat and you get meat in it. Should I get my meat in it?
Sure. You know what, Nolan? Would you turn it off for me? I think we can go ahead and turn the oven. Yeah, it's done. Here we go.
And then you gotta put it so that it's almost full of meat. About that much. And then you come back over here to everything and you put on your cheese. Should probably wash my hands again really quick. And then you got a cheese. Just put however much you want all over it. And then I don't like to have anything else. I don't like salad or anything, so that's me. I'm done.
Okay, great. And so some of the other people in the family will put some salad on it, and some people like to put the sour cream too. And that is Mexican Delight.